morning everybody, welcome to Madness Manor on the 15th of August. I know the date, and the day is Thursday. As you know, I've got my first warm showers guest who had a bit of a disaster with her bicycle on the way into Nottingham. So we got this overnighted, Adrelia overnighted from wherever it came from actually, but it was here within, I guess, 20 hours of ordering. The gear hanger, on the other hand, is on to day 2. I think we've just finished day 2 and heading into day 3 now. So the bike is a Kona Dr. Do. It's a Kona Type 2 gear hanger. You wouldn't think this was particularly complicated. We'll come back to the hanger in a moment actually, because so I've taken my eye off the ball with gear hangers because I've never replaced one of my doors, which is here, because it's nothing fancy. It's just a basic touring bike, and that looks like a standard basic hanger. But I'm going to take all my gear hangers off today and see what they are and make sure I have a replacement for all my bikes, because like I said, I've taken my ball off gear hangers. There's 500 versions of gear hanger. Gear hangers specific to bike dropouts. This is the Kona that hangers off. So gear hangers can be specific to bike dropouts, and I didn't realise bike dropouts had become so complicated in this day of non-uniformity, if that's a word. I've just made my word up anyway. So what I'm saying to you guys is, you get yourself a spare gear hanger, because I've never replaced one on tour, and it's a long time since I've replaced one in the industry. And when I've replaced them in the industry, they've just been the standard off-the-shelf version of the half dozen versions that we'll carry in stock. So this is a Type 2 that carries all of that on a 12-speed cassette on a rather, it's not a top-end touring bike, but it certainly is well above basic touring bike. It's certainly a touring bike that's probably 3 times the price of my Dawes Discovery, a new Dawes Discovery. In fact, I'd go so far to say when it's racked out, I think it's probably 4 times the price of my Dawes Discovery, and that is what they've used. And I reckon that's a 12mm gusset, 12mm long and 3mm gusset on aluminium. Whether it's machined or cast, I don't know. It looks like it's cast to, I don't know, it's not. What I'm trying to say is, that's a piece of junk. Carrying that on with a tremendous amount of work to do on a 12-speed touring bike, that will can leave you stranded, can create an incredibly serious incident to your well-being should that happen to you on tour. I mean, it was bad enough where this one broke. My alarm bars immediately rung because of the location and the exit from that location, and that was for personal safety reasons. But if that happened to you on tour, middle of the Fenlands in Lincolnshire, even something simple as that. I mean, this is Nottingham, and we're into day 3 of overnight gear hanger supply. My opinion now, I will never buy a new touring, but I'll tour in Brompton now. I will use the doors a bit, but I'll tour in Brompton. My opinion, for what it's worth, if you're buying a new touring bike, you get them to give you a spare gear hanger because they're £27. sterling, and that's a cheaper end of what I've seen that's available. I've seen gear hangers at £45. So when you buy a touring bike, check the availability of the gear hanger, because if it's not available, the bike's no good to you, and get them to give you a spare hanger. And the rest of us, make sure we go online and order, or your local bike shop should you wish, and get yourself a spare gear hanger to take on tour. Like, something I've taken the eye off the ball, because I've not replaced one for an awful long time. I've never broken a gear hanger in my entire bike touring history. I think I've only ever broken one gear hanger in my life, and that was on a downhill race. So gear hangers, something so simple can create an incredibly difficult situation for you to be in. So get a spare. And if you're buying a bike and it's got some obscure one-off, ridiculously unavailable, overpriced gear hanger, don't buy the bike. And if you're anything to do with bicycle manufacturing, bicycle to design, where is your brain? Why have we got over 500 versions of gear hanger to hang a derailleur mechanism 30 centimeters from the centre of a bike axle? I'll catch you on another one, and I may video tomorrow's today, because I might head out on the Brompton this afternoon if it doesn't rain. Thanks ever so much for watching. Now I've dragged the doors out of the garage, I guess it's going to be rude not to put the saddle back on it and give it a bit of a lube round and a ride, so I may even do a video on that. Thank you guys.